So if you have questions, feel free to just type them in the chat. I'll respond to them as I see them. I'll be checking the chat. This is me checking the chat here. This is me playing the game. I can kind of do both if I look here, but the screen here is kind of lagged. So I'm going to get rolling on this run. Shadow. Explosive. Okay, I've got good enough skills. Typically on this first thing, if you're trying to speedrun it, and I usually do that alone, I don't bring pawns if I'm just speedrunning. If I'm hunting rift crystals, I'll do this too. I will skip this room, like this whole room, I will try and skip. As a magic archer, you can just use Ricochet Hunter in this room, and it will pretty much kill everything, like straight up. Up to and including what is supposed to be an enemy immune to magic. Excellent. I'll be talking like this the entire time, just so you guys can get a clear read of what I'm doing. I'll wipe that particular hallway out. I'll just run down here. These little stupid enemies you can usually just skip. I don't deal with them. If pawns get hit by them, I don't worry about it. You have to keep in mind though, I will skip this whole part here too. Just because if death shows up, he shows up here and then I deal with him. But I can also camp down here. And I will completely wipe this frickin' 100, or this 10 minute in a second. And it's dead. Now, that means I can now leave. Pawns. If I'm going for just a quick thing, you can always jump up here. And there's a chest that, okay, good, all the chests are here. You can get novelties and stuff here. If I usually get a level 2 one. I'm just gonna try and speedrun this. I will do a full-blown run, like a huge run, likely on my third one, just so I can show like how I farm rift crystals and stuff like that. If death shows up, I will only fight him if he shows up in a place advantageous to. Oh, screw this thing! Ah, this guy. This guy. I don't fight here either. Just because the Drake will take too long for me to fight. I can easily kill it. If you want me to stop and fight things, please let me know, so I don't just skip them like that. There's really no point in me fighting that Drake, though. Especially because I know he will take a very long time to kill. Where am I at? Oh, I'm here. I can usually skip most of this too, but it's very easy just to do that too. What was my leveling plan? 1 to 200. To be honest, I just started playing this game about a week and a half ago. I set out a leveling plan. I didn't exactly follow it to what I wanted to go to. The first 10 levels were warrior. I skipped this too, by the way, because there's no point in fighting any of these. They don't drop good rift crystals until you're way lower. 1 to 10 was supposed to be, because this was a Magic Knight build. Because it was supposed to be a Mystic Knight build, is what this build originally was. So I went 1 to 10 warrior, and then up until I hit 100, it was mostly sorcerer. Because I was slaying the Ur Dragon until I hit 100. There was I think a couple levels of Strider to get some stamina. There was also a few levels of Fighter to get the one with the sword and shield to get a little more defense, and specifically defense up. And then actually what I did to make sure my character was well-rounded, I didn't really go for like a very focused build, is levels 100 to 200, I literally went nothing but Mystic Knight. The way that I got to 200 was I killed the offline Ur Dragon for 3 days straight. And a lot of what you see with a Mystic Archer, as far as like me doing well, like I just cleared this room out pretty easily, has very little to do. Oh, let me actually turn my lantern on so you guys can see things. I should have done that a while ago. A lot of what I do, as far as to make my Mystic Archer powerful, isn't so much the character itself, and I mean, yeah, my equipment is actually really strong. It's also a lot about positioning and where I choose to engage enemies, because his two most powerful tools. Oh, death, excellent. He's in a great spot too. So I'm now going to pound 4 parry-apps, and I'm going to wreck his face. He's in an area where the arrows, the ricochet bolts, are going to hit him a lot, and there's a very strong chance I'll actually stagger him and knock him to the ground, which will give me tons of damage, and the second he gets up, he will, if he doesn't die, he'll leave. Which is why I said on the forums even, death runs from me more than I run from death. So here goes. I'm going to hit him with some ricochet bolts. He's not going to be able to do a whole lot of anything to me, honestly. Yeah, this is a really bad spot for him to be fighting me. Yep, there he goes, and he's down. And now he will leave because he'll die if he stays. And I'm done fighting death. So that's that. Anyway, that's how I handle death. Like I said, I'll only engage death in a place where it's... Yeah, I'll only engage him in a place that's easy for me to kill him. If I fight him in the open, I'll just leave, because I'm not going to get any damage off, and there's a higher chance of him killing my pawns off. So, like I said, there's a very low chance of anyone's pawns dying on this particular run. You'll likely see them make it clear all the way through up to Damon, where I will then release them with gifts of some kind. I'm usually pretty nice about that kind of stuff. I'll usually crack open a bunch of chests too. I'm not going to do that until later because I don't think it's really worth it in a lot of cases unless I get a mimic. I guess the game calls them man-eaters. But those can actually drop. I've seen a man-eater drop, no joke, something like 25,000 rift crystals and like a level 2 item. Okay, Shrine of Feudal Truths, do you guys want to see me kill the Gazer, or do you want me to just skip the Gazer, because he's really boring? And he doesn't take me long, it's just, do you want to see him or not? Yes, no, votes, positive, negative. Alright, because, alright, I got you. Hopefully no one's pawns will get petrified. Is he here even? Because I know I killed him last time. Oh, he's not even here. Okay, I killed him last time, that's why he's not here. He hasn't respawned yet, sorry. Anyway, what I do is I hide up in that hole back by the door, and that way he can't actually, well, my character's immune to every effect he can possibly hit me with his gaze, so I don't have to deal with that, but I save pawns from that kind of nonsense by hiding in that back wall. Ricochet bolts are very powerful there, and as he summons tentacles around me to hit him, I'll just fire off a ton of ricochet bolts and it'll shred every single tentacle that pops up. And then when he's done, he makes more. He sets up the 4 tentacles on the ground with the eye. Yeah, I'm moving kind of quick because I said I wanted to speedrun it for people. I don't see him right now. What was I saying? Anyway, he summons that. You break the tentacles, and then actually the eyeball that the things. Oh, I hate this spot. This spot can prove really troublesome for me. Okay, good. I didn't get a gay one, or a lame one, I should say. Usually there's Strigoi here, the red gargoyles, and those are such a pain in the ass to deal with. I hate fighting those. They are the literal one enemy that I cannot handle, like, on a comfortable level. So, I'm just gonna take care of these undead here by using, Grand Ascension. It'll knock them all back. My magic actually isn't what it should be with my daggers because I traded my daggers up to... Oh, shit, wolves. I messed that. I messed my spacing up. That's fine. I got this, though. There we go. I used to use a maxed out Heaven's Key. Oh. And I switched it up for a different set of weapons because I'm trying something new. There we go. That's all good. What's the running one? Like I said, if you guys have questions about my gear specifically, I'd love to tell you anything you want to know specifically. It's just, well, I guess I could just bring it, I could just tell you outright. I was fortunate enough to pick up this, or Dragon's Dogma, a week before Arisen came out, so all the content is really new to me, and it's still very fresh. I'll usually start opening chests around this level, by the way. My brain farted. Anyway, back to my knives. I was using a Heaven's Key. All of my gear, except for, I want to say my cape, and a couple of my and a couple of pieces of clothing I wear, are actually tier 6 upgraded. So, to say that my character is strong is a slight understatement. He's a little bit ridiculous. Did I lose somebody? I didn't lose anyone, did I? No, I didn't. Okay. Oh, what do we got? Oh, a Lich. Very often I choose to burn parry-ups on these guys because they will kill pawns, and I hate things that kill pawns. Oh, Jesus, there's all kinds of bad kills. Where'd it go? And while, you know, I may be independent from my pawns completely, I don't need them, they're just kind of background noise for me. I don't like watching them die, and I don't like watching other people's pawns get killed without, well, unless I shoot them at people. This will knock them off most of the time. What's going on, my dude? Oh. There he goes. Okay, we're off the cliff. But yeah, I like Arisen quite a bit. It's not taking that out from it. Should use that phone. So let's see here. Yeah, this area is irritating because of the, well, partially because this is like some of the most, I wouldn't say difficult, but I would say irritating spawns are. Mostly little worms. It's not even a problem, dude. Like, I don't care what pawns do. I used to play a lot of Monster Hunter and stuff, and I never brought cats with me, and if I did, they kind of got in my way because it would focus the monster's attention away from them. In this game, it would be the complete opposite. Okay. Gear. Okay, that's fine. Oh, miner's on. Cool. Oh, there's a Banshee there. But my character just got a little more powerful recently because of a ring I found. It turned my it's a 6-fold arrow into, was it 9-fold? So my ice arrows are way more powerful. Those are the primary things. You can see the exploding arrow move is kind of garbage in my opinion. Because, so I'm taking a drink real quick. My ring upgrades that as well, which is why I'm giving it a shot at the moment. But the problem with it is that you can't. The way it works is you shoot them. What's up, Zang? You shoot the arrow, it hits the target, and then you have to actually physically hit it. Which means, like, a pawn could hit it, and sometimes they do, and that's useful, but I find that unreliable because that means that, like... What's up, Zang? That's pretty hilarious, dude. I'm actually doing a big official stream now, so if you want to join in, that'd be wonderful. Oh crap, more of these things. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Oh damn, that wasn't a mimic. I was kind of hoping it would be. There's a Lich. Anyway, here's why I usually burn these. Yeah, I don't find it worth it. I mean, I even have, like, the tier 3 one of it now, which is cool, but I haven't found a use for it. Like, this 9-bolt arrow thing, freaking awesome. Yeah, I just killed a Lich straight up by just burning that out, so that's cool. Oh, crud. Oh, crud, oh, crud, oh, crud. I have a couple actually. Alright, that worked out well. I know I'm skipping a lot of like pickups and stuff like that. I'm not usually too worried unless it's root crystals. Let me see here. Yeah, the burning arrow thing isn't worth it. Did I lose anybody? I lost my pawn. Okay, I'll grab her later. Oh, I always skip this room. Yeah, I've already got a metal golem and Strigoi. I'm done. I'm out. Sorry. Done. Not even doing this room. I will lose your pawns. I guarantee it. If I fucking hang around here, I will lose all your pawns to some horseshit freaking monsters. Nope. Gone. Doodles. I'm out. The dagger skills are largely useless to me. I know, everyone's like that, dude. I'm struggling with Rift Crystals so hard because I started playing just last week and I have no stockpile. Okay, your pawns are opening these chests. Sorry. No, come, open the chests. It can be impossible to get them to open anything. Oh, open the chest. Open the chest. Oh, anyways, guys. Oh, don't even worry. I made it a point to hit 200 long before I even started playing this. Oh, Dragon Knight's Cloak. Cool, I don't have that yet. That was a goal of mine, actually, was to hit 200. You need a lot, but if you actually, if you grind through it and actually kill everything, I'm skipping everything. My most profitable run through here gave me 100,000 Rift Crystals. My least profitable was about 20,000. So you get a lot. It's like you do need to spend a lot on this stuff here. But you also earn quite a bit as you do runs. Like these knights here can drop so much. Oh, here, punk. I'm trying to see if I can fight these without having to just like spam magic at them. It's turning out I'm very wrong. He's dead. Okay, we're good. Isn't dead in there yet? Okay. Open the chest. Open the chests. Oh, I'm being attacked by something. Yeah, see, this is really good. There we go. That's already 5,000 Rift Crystals from killing them enemy. Come on. What is your pawn doing? Have I tried hard? Not yet. No, I haven't. I want to with a better build for my character next time. Oh, cool. Key level 2. Need to check start. I actually do. I want to build a much more offense-oriented magic archer build, like probably sorcerer as far as I can level it. But I'll do that later, and I'll start from Dragon's Dogma, and then I'll probably end up just having fun with it there. Anyway, one of the reasons why magic archers are so good in Dark Arisen is because most of the areas you fight are very confined, and these lightning bolts shred everything. I can literally just spam this. Just so you know, my character is not squishy at all. he can actually take a lot of hits. Kick you in the head. I forget exactly where I am. I think I'm in the cathedral now, but I could be wrong. It doesn't feel like I should be in the cathedral. Watch for its spell. Someone needs to just get down. I'm done with these people. Okay, he's dead. Yeah, I'm in the cathedral. Okay. There may be a boss here. I will fight it because it's very easy. Let me see here. Questions. Yeah, oh, so you guys know. Yeah, no, I don't really need to do a ton of damage, though, is the thing. I get away with what I've got. Now, in case you guys didn't know, EMP Snoop Dogg is, he's a friend of mine and a streaming partner. We actually have a community site that myself and it's him, another friend of mine, and myself. We actually run it. There's the three of us that stream most of the time. If you guys are interested, yeah, he's here. Alright, let's see if I can get him in here. Usually I can get him to follow me in here. I can kill this dragon. Now, the usual tactic for beating this guy, and I don't like following him in there anymore. Oh, he's gonna die anyway. What do I care? Anyway, usually you break the dragon, you break him. I didn't call you anything. I called you my partner. Chill out. Oh, you don't have to worry about being more defense-based. Here, hold on. I'm gonna just slay this boss. For me, I can actually power through him now. At some point, he might possess the dragon, which is very dangerous. I don't want to tell you about what happened when I let him do that, and then let him actually cast a spell. That went very poorly for me. Okay. He actually, what did he do? He possessed the dragon. The dragon cast a spell. The spell he cast threw down death on all my characters, like my 3 pawns and myself, and summoned 2 high maelstroms right next to each other. See, like that's 5,000. That's another 5,000. I don't really need these things, so you guys can just grab them. I'm just seeing if there's another buy crystal with another 2,000. So yeah, he can get really evil, but after you kill the dragon with him in it, and this dragon you don't have to hit the heart or anything, you just hit it. I'm gonna get my pawn back real quick. Where's that dude? This isn't the speediest speed run. The next one will be. And then the last run will be a full-on. I'm going to go through all of it. Yes. Oh, I skipped this place hard. The enemies that spawn here are irritating. The fact that you have to deal with water is irritating. They just knocked out my lantern. It's dark as all hell. I'm not even going to deal with it. I'm just going to run right through here. This place is really good if you want to get rift crystals and stuff like that, because the enemies that do spawn most of the time are decent for dropping crystals and things like that, but I'm not in the mood, and I'm not fighting living armor today, so screw it. Out. And I'm gone. This next hallway can be very dangerous for a couple of reasons, because usually you get 2 of those liches that show up, and I did. So I'm going to handle them accordingly. 3, 4. Liches. Oh my god, liches. Good thing I have 9-fold bolt. That thing's awesome. However, if you see 2 liches here, do not push into the hallway too far. That is a terrible idea. Expressly because at the end of the hallway are hellhounds. So if you're a magic archer, you can actually just like shoot a couple ricochet bolts back that way, and it'll kill them all. Problem solved. And I will actually put my lantern away and get it back out so you guys can see again. I have the Elite Lantern and the Bone Lantern. This is the Elite Lantern you're seeing right now, actually. There are no augments for lanterns at all turned on. This is literally just how my lantern is. All these dead hellhounds. Anyway. Hold on, there's something on my screen. There we go. There is... the Elite Lantern you get from purifying equipment you find. I forget where exactly I got it, but I know it's in here, and I know I got it from purifying equipment. I'm going to skip this room too. There's two Gore Cyclops bound up against the walls. I don't like fighting here. I can do it. It takes a minute, but it's if you're farming Rift Crystals, it's a great place to do it. I'm a lazy douche, and I'm trying to speedrun for you guys. Come on. Anyway, there's two chests up here you should always try and get if they're available, because they usually have level 3 gear in them, if not level 3 gear. Yeah, see level 3 gear, level 3 gear. And then the Bone Lantern that you're talking about is actually gotten from... Oh crap, I lost a fucking pawn. Let's save pawns. I don't want any dead pawns. I'm gonna watch. I have to be very careful. Wait. Nope, come on. Everyone come on. Oh, I gotta save your pawn. I refuse to let a pawn die. It takes me about 5 to cheese all the enemies in that room. But again, I've kind of gotten a little crazy with how my character is built. Oh, the Bloodless Stockade. Now, this is the area that everyone says... this is the area everyone says takes... or that death will always 100% spawn in. I can tell you right now, that's horseshit. I've run through here tons of times. Never once has he shown up every single time. Well, I guess I should say he hasn't shown up every single time consistently ever. Sometimes I just don't see him. He just doesn't like to show up sometimes. Let's rest here for a second. Sometimes he does, sometimes he doesn't. If I can tell you right now, if Death does show up in the right place down here, I will kill him. He will die right here. Oh, did I say we get Bone Lanterns? I don't know if I remember I said we get Bone Lanterns. Death drops them, but they're not like lanterns. They're actual items you use to upgrade. So sorry if I missed that. They really are they're dumb and I hate them. This area is pitch black as hell. Seeing Death here the first time scared the crap out of me. Not even gonna lie. These little worms, when they die, can actually inflict you with whatever it is they inflict you with. This room is really easy. I literally just sit here and spam this and everything dies. Circle button. This floor, however, is excellent, 110% excellent for getting rid of crystals. Most of these three chests, we're gonna play a fun little guessing game where everyone opens a chest and the first person to actually get hit with the little man-eater is the winner. 800 Jewel of Anti-Light. Open the chest. Come on. No monster. Okay, that's fine. 5,000 rift crystals is never a bad thing, though. Oh, there's a whole bunch right here, huh? Open it. No man-eater. Okay. Skeleton key, though.
What's this? Shall we head this way?
Anyway, Death, I've seen him spawn... Oh, and you can grab a flask of water. I have seen Death spawn in this little float, in this staircase. So I will come down here, and I will shoot these lightning bolts to kill the bats. And at the same time, if Death does show up, it'll hit him, and I'll know he's here. But he hasn't been here since the last time I saw him here. So there's that. Open the chest. No man. It's the group side. You need to grab that. Now we're going into a place where Death will also tend to spawn, which is in here. Depending on the area he spawns in, it can be very bad for you. As a magic archer, I can just do this again. There's a hallway down there. Oh wait, hallway's down there. Like, I can literally just do this, and it'll kill him. Yeah, there he goes. And Death. That one's dead, and there's one over here, too. These are Cyclops, actually, so that's what I'm fighting. Oh, crap, what happened there? My lantern ran out of oil? It did. Okay, let's add oil. Sorry. No, the mimics... I think it's set to like 1 per floor, maybe 2, and it like you kind of get a feel for where they can show up, because certain chests will have them and certain ones won't. Having a pawn open a chest is a more reliable way of killing the mimic, because then you can immediately start spamming an attack to kill it. They have typically very good drops if you can kill them. Now he's dead. And I win. But yeah, this place is really creepy when it's like... I messed something up. Nil. Okay. Anyway, this place is literally pitch black. If I did not have this light on, I wouldn't be able to see anything, and neither would you. I just want the roof fragment. I don't think this chest can actually have one. There are some lanterns you can kick on, but and they will hurt enemies for a while if you turn them on. Yep. Okay. So so Death didn't show up. He's supposed to spawn 100% on this floor every time. This is what people tell me. This happens more often than not. I think it may have something to do with how quickly I actually knock him down. And that may encourage him to leave me the hell alone for the rest of the time. Let's see here. I'm probably going to skip this next room. And then I might skip the one after. The next room, after you beat it the first time, holds 2 drakes. random ones. It'll be like a worm or a wyvern or a drake. It'll be one of the it'll be one of those three, but there'll be two of them every time. And before anyone asks, yes, I can beat it. I can kill off all the drakes and everything and survive it. It's really irritating, very time consuming, and I don't like doing it. So what I'm going to do at this point, since I don't need pawns anymore, I'm going to release your pawns with a couple of little gifts. Kudos for letting me take them along. I did this last time with a couple of pawns that gave them about 18,000 rift crystals. Your number may vary.
Is everything in order, Master?
Release. Yes, I want to give them a thing. Because you're watching the stream chat. And I heart when people actually watch my streams. I really do. Like big hearts to you guys. Where's that? It takes forever because of this new freaking inventory system, but here you go. Our paths cross again. Blah 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 blah. Come here.
Is everything in order, Master?
Okay. Thanks much. Just so you guys know, the two of you that let me borrow your pawns for this, I gave you level 3 weapons, so whatever you guys are going to get from that, good luck with it. It's wicked expensive to purify it, but it's usually worth it. Like, let me grab a couple of garbage pawns here. I'll grab them later. I don't need them now. Or at all. Alright, dude. That's cool. This place sucks. You'll see in a minute why. Oh. Super Drake. Screw you, Super Drake. The other one's floating, isn't it? Yeah. Super Drakes. Two of them. No, the pawns I'm going to need just need to be level 200, and I may just, I may skip it. Let me see what kind of... If you look out this way and you see two drakes... Okay, so if you look out that way and see something terrifying, you got the, I forget what they're called. Like Eradicators or Punishers or something. That's your main enemy throughout the bottom floor. Will be like, it's the guys with the hammers. They're big, brutish things with just hammers. And then at the end, there'll be 3 living armor. If you see 1 drake, you will have living armor throughout your thing, and then 3 Eradicators at the end. It doesn't really matter, but I prefer the 1 drake to the 2. Because the problem here is that the drakes will actually, they'll fucking sit there and throw magic at you. Splat. Just so you know, I'm going to completely wreck this dude's face in when I get to him here in a second. You can run this exact same path as me. You will skip pretty much everything here. And then all you have to do is roll past these guys or whatever you gotta do. Eliminator, that's what they're called. Yeah, I'm just gonna skip picking up pawns. I shouldn't need them. And I think I have autonomy on too, so when my pawn dies, I'll get a boost. Pretty sure do I have autonomy on? I think I have autonomy on. Stuff is enabled. Or I do have autonomy. Okay, so this is actually going to be really, really, really cool. Alright, here he is. Guess you put, there he is, but you know, there he is. He's gonna get wrecked. Not gonna lie. Alright, so we, this strategy before, when I had a crap weapon, took 4 parry apps and did boost 3 times to killing, and that was a pain. Mind you, this was with the Grigori magic bow, and I couldn't get it above Dragon Forge, and that was really irritating. When I got this bow, my damage just flipping went like crazy. So let's get into it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're gonna watch his health drop like a rock. Because I've got 9-fold bolt, and I haven't used it yet, but there we go. Full bar per arrow, give or take. Oh, I didn't get sacrificial bolt, whatever. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna let him kill my pawn here. She's gotten too smart for it. Okay, that's fine. This music is terrible, by the way, in my opinion. And he's done. First form. Second form. For those of you who haven't seen this thing, he is crazy. Like, has insano magic. Whoops. I got pegged because I wasn't paying attention. Let's get my stamina back up real quick. When you're fighting him and you're in an aiming mode like this, oh crap. I messed that up really bad. Okay, that's not a big deal though. Sorry, I'm playing I'm not paying much attention to going back and forth like this. Because the fire spell he typically uses is the firewall. So what you will see is that it'll show up on top of you. If you go left and right, it'll still hit you. If you go back and forth, it'll be fine. This move here will kill your pawns. All of your pawns, all the time. There's almost nothing you can do about it, except for that and stagger him and hope he doesn't then kill all your pawns. Anyway, dead. Super dead. Blah blah, dead Damon. Okay. That was one run. It probably took me a little longer than I would have liked to, because I stopped for a few things here and there, and I fought enemies I didn't really want to fight. It gave me a level 3 armor. Neat. Okay. Damon's fall. Sweet. That's one speed run down.